And I'd like to welcome you all to our Thursday 1:30 p.m. session today, where we'll be having a Golden Moments session, a WildTech 6-month journey review, and social hour together. So thank you so much for coming on, and let's go ahead and get started. WildTech DC Senior Digital Equity Program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information in any apps or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners or presenters as a substitute for professional medical device diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thank you so much for letting me read the disclaimer. If you cannot see me, hear me, or see the screen, please let us know in the chat. Let's make sure to keep our TVs and cell phones in mind so we can give ourselves the most immersive experience. And as always, let's make sure to take notes and or screenshots so you could review the information for later on, but you can also do that by reviewing the video, which will be posted on our YouTube channel. So either or is fine. I recommend both, but it's up to you. Okay, so keeping it pretty simple today. We're going to have a 6-month review and our spring social hour. So some time for reflection, just springtime. So it's definitely time for that for all of us, everyone. It's a good time to reflect and, of course, have our social hour. So spring related questions. And that's the time for you guys to chat amongst each other, meet yourselves, and really learn from some of the guiding questions there as well. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoy the session today. So first up, our 6-month review. So yes, it's been 6 months since the start of our fiscal year. So within those 6 months, we've had so many different kinds of sessions, our technical trainings, our social hours, our provider sessions, our organizations that we have on. So we're going to review those. So you could share what you liked about these, any more that you guys would like, depending on the session as well. But it's a time for reflection. So again, thank you all so much. So first up, we have our modules that we do every Wednesday, okay? And they cover different things regarding mostly the iPads, because most of y'all do have an iPad, but we're trying to branch out more to just general like Apple devices and Android devices as well. So keeping it or trying to keep it more open. So I hope you guys have enjoyed some of those mentionings during the modules. So we have modules 1 through 6. We have an intro to your iPad, so things like Apple accounts, the actual iPad itself, email, Zoom, some basic things to use on any device really, buttons and accessibility features. So actual physically utilizing the device is really important to know. Email, that's how you access our class. That's how you access, your emails for personal use, for professional use, for everything. So email is such an important component of technology, these days. We go over some useful settings and applications on your iPad. So some of the pre-built apps that are on there that some use every day, like FaceTime and messages. And of course, settings. It's so important to know what you can do in the settings app on any device so you can make sure everything is running correctly and adjust certain device settings to best suit you. We have module 5. So some kind of things you didn't mention in the other module. So like the control center and iPad keyboard. So this is kind of like a ease of use session where again, it's again physically utilizing the device, but some shortcuts or otherwise some other methods of doing the same thing may not be as feasible. So for example, physically adjusting the volume versus, digitally or virtually adjusting the volume, okay, in a way. And then last but not least is Zoom. That's what we're using now to, chat amongst ourselves. And as we've seen these past, not just 6 months, but a few years, there's so many things that you can do in Zoom, like having a background. You can create a wallpaper for a meeting, which I hope you guys like. You can share screens and share presentations and even sounds. I hope you guys enjoy the background music today as well. But it's also important for us to be able to learn and relearn and continue to expand on our Zoom knowledge as well. So I really like our module. Some of you have been attending tens, hundreds of these, but because technology is always updating and changing, it's always so important for us to, and for myself to make sure we're updated on the latest features and capabilities of some of these basic concepts. Besides these, what we go over in the modules, every 2 weeks, we have DC Public Library with us. We have Jordan come on and talk about an app that you can utilize your DC Public Library card with, which is great because a lot of the services that he goes over and the apps would need to be paid for, whether subscription, one-time fee, but because you have a DC Public Library card, you can access that material and content for free. So things like music and movies and TV and accessing your DC Public Library card information is so useful. And I'm really thankful that he still comes on, our DC Public Library still comes on and does that for us as well and answers your questions too. So any comments on the modules? Maybe one thing that you learned from them? Any thoughts or comments? Just general info, what you'd like to share? Anything? The one thing that you use the most out of the modules? Maybe an application that you use the most? Anything that you learned from the module? Please share with the group, and we'd really appreciate that. Or you can also put it in the chat as well. But any comments about the modules, please raise your hand. We love for you guys to share. And your favorite module, any info that you gained from the modules, any thoughts or comments. We'd love to hear your guys' responses. So first, we're going to go with the hands, okay? And then we'll see, if you would like to unmute. So I think that's how we'll do our session today, okay? So first up is Yvonne. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Alex. I remember recently you mentioned with the latest version, you swipe up the middle and it does something that previous versions did not offer. You swipe from the bottom up the middle of your screen. And you said it's in the latest version of our updates.
Yes, that's just going back to the home screen, Yvonne. We went over that yesterday. So that's something that I just wanted to share that I recently learned that you can actually do on the iPad. So yes, that's one new thing that we went over. If I wanted on my iPad right here to go to my home screen, I'm in Zoom right now, I can just swipe up from the bottom and the middle. So you could also use the home button to do that. But it's, again, different ways to do the same thing. I love that Apple offers that on their devices and, other devices too. It's so important because other methods can work better for others. So, I'm glad.
The home screen first.
So if, again, that method is to go back to the home screen. So just like the home button, right? You hit the home button to go to your home screen. You can do the same thing when you're in an app by swiping from the bottom in the middle of your device. So it's ways to do the same thing.
But you can be in an app and do that as well.
Yes, well, that's, again, the whole point of the home button is to go to the home screen. So you have to be in an app to do so. So again, when you could do the same thing just by swiping up from the bottom and it'll take you to the home screen. So again, two different ways to do the same thing.
Okay, thank you. I missed yesterday, but I know you had covered it previously.
Yes, I hope that was what you were mentioning, but again, that's what we go over in the module. So I'm glad that you remembered, and thanks so much for sharing that.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Again, any more hands? Really appreciate it. Any other comments? Hi, Geraldine. What are your thoughts?
Hi, hello. Well, my module, my favorite module is module 6 because we do the background, and it took me. I know how to do it now, and I can pretty much do it, get a background anytime I want to, pretty much. But it took me a long time to be able to do it with ease. Or with semi-ease like I do it now. So I appreciated module 6. All the modules are good when we go over things, but module 6 is my favorite because of the background, virtual background, and I like that.
Oh yeah, I love your cherry blossoms, Miss Geraldine. I mean, they look nice, and yes, you can always adjust your background anytime that you like, and it's okay if it took you a little while. You're very strong and brave for saying that. Because it can be hard when you don't may not understand something fully, like the first couple of times, but just like you did, you kept at it, and now you can say, "I know how to do it" without even thinking, which is amazing. So you gotta give yourself a pat on the back for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geraldine. I really appreciate you sharing. Yes, give it up for Geraldine, you guys. Yes. Thank you. All right, and thank you so much for sharing. Any thoughts on the modules? Or what you use the most? Your favorite one? Anything you'd like to share?
Well, I use a lot of them. I too really like Module 6 because I knew I had done it, and then one day I couldn't do it to change the background, and I was trying to figure out, was I losing my mind or not? But I kept working at it, and then you went over it again, and so I think I've got it down because I just changed mine a few minutes ago while you were talking.
Yeah.
And so I like everything. I like a review, especially in the settings.
Hmm.
And that I found out there's something new in the settings. And
Hmm.
then it's just I just like everything. And I like I like when Jordan comes on because I use the library apps
Yes.
a lot. I I do a lot of reading on the iPad now
Hmm.
that I didn't think I would be doing,
Uh,
because I really like a good book when you can get in the bed, and so but you can get in the bed and read on the iPad. But I like the book. I'm used to a book.
mhm.
Um, I was when I left the DC public schools, I was the reading teacher and the first grade. I mean the kindergarten teacher. So
Mhm.
um, that was an interesting situation.
No, I love that, and I really appreciate you sharing. And you find the use for each one, the physical book and the virtual book. Sometimes you have one selection or both, and that's okay. You have two different options, which is a lot, more than some may say, which is, amazing. It's a blessing that we could, get knowledge at any time, any place. So, you're an embodiment of that, and I really appreciate you.
Yeah, and I also I use Pages and that a lot, and I use the app with the list, where you make your doctor's appointments and all that. I use that every day. Yeah, so
Yeah, no.
that's one of my favorite apps.
I know you always share how it's very helpful in your daily life, and I know it encourages others too, because it may be very different. So I really appreciate you sharing, Anne. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank.
thank you so much.
Hmm. Oh, you guys are making me smile. Thank you. And then we got Miss Celeste. I think this will be the last one for this section because we got a little bit more to go for a
Okay.
social hour. But thanks so much for joining, Miss Celeste. What would you like to share about the modules?
Hello, everybody. I like Module 3. I use that a lot. Module 2 and the settings application. So I use that a lot, especially Module 3 for my emails.
Yeah, it's so amazing. You can see your emails on your big your screens and
Yeah.
portable devices, and you can check it at any time, and you can forward and reply, and just if you want to have a signature, or if you want to put a email to the junk. It's wow. I mean, again, new things for many of us. Even myself, when I received the iPad, it can, some apps are a little different versus a mobile versus a tablet, computer. So we're all learning different things, together, which is amazing. And that's why we have a program. So thank you all so much for the kind words about the modules. And again, Jordan does an amazing job with the different apps and him sharing information about DC Public Library and the events. So Thank you so much for sharing. Please add any additional words or comments in the chat too. We really appreciate it. Next up, we got our advanced tech trainings. So since the beginning of this year, we've had quite a few of these, and I love all these different topics and informations. We've done a Hispanic Heritage Month presentation, a notes app, and we actually prepared for our Thanksgiving program that we had for that session. We learned about AI apps, apps for Thanksgiving, holidays. We like to keep it timely over here. Emotional wellness apps, apps for 2025, because yeah, it's 2025 right now. We learned about apps for hobbies, amongst some other ones too. So we have fun during our advanced trainings. These occur every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. We'll see what happens on the other two every 2 weeks, okay? But we have we did more apps for Black History Month. We had a similar session last year, so some additional ones too. We went over how to update your Apple device, the Pages app, which we use to create a document for one of our providers. And we also learned about apps by female developers, because again, it is Women's History Month. So again, we keep things timely, and sometimes we do one app, maybe two. Sometimes we go over a concept for technology. But yeah, using your Apple device, but also, many of the apps that we talk about are found on Samsung phones as well and tablets. So it's all about, testing things out, experimentation. These are what our advanced trainings are for. So again, if you really want to learn about, we've done 400 plus apps together. We've been doing this advanced trainings for 2.5 years now. My goodness, right? And it's always so fun to see you guys come on and start your day off with, again, that other session we have, or our, informational technical session. Any thoughts on our advanced trainings before our next section? Any thoughts on our advanced trainings? Again, any ones that you like, or the topics, or what you may be interested in seeing if you did not see it, because again, we have our YouTube channel where these are uploaded. So if you happen to see one that you like, please mention it and check it out on our YouTube channel, okay? Any thoughts on our advanced trainings? You can also unmute yourself. I think we'll do that for this section. You can unmute yourself and share.
Yeah, Alec, I think you're doing a wonderful job. I'm learning a whole lot. I really, really like all the advanced information that you give, and just the different apps that's on there. I've learned how to Zoom across the country. Very good. Yeah, my daughter's in California, so yeah, I get to talk to her and see her and see how she's living. And it's very nice. I like it. She wants me to come out there, but I haven't got out there yet. So anyway, and then there's a lot of apps with movies that I can watch, or we can watch, really.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things on there. So keep up the good work, brother. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Angelo. I really appreciate that. We have a streaming services advanced training on our channel. So I recommend that, some free streaming services to take advantage of, but you'll also learn about some of the paid ones. And I think you're talking about FaceTime. So I'm so happy to hear that you're using that to connect with your friends and your family members. That's the whole point of this device. I love it. There's so many different things you can do. Communication is great. You can send emails, make calls, FaceTime calls, audio calls, Zooms, other apps. It's just amazing. We can be so connected these days. It's a blessing. Any other thoughts on the advanced trainings? Again, one that you really liked, one that you'll see in our YouTube channel, suggestions.
Alex, I have a question. Have you covered how to delete multiple photos at one time? Like if you want to delete a bunch of them at one time, you go to your photos, and how do you delete multiple ones without having to do them individually?
Yes, that's a great question. We've actually covered that in our modules just pretty recently when I talked about copying and pasting images. So Yvonne, for that question, you have to think on some of the steps that you got to do. Okay, so yeah, I'll be able to show you here, and then I just want you to take this methodology elsewhere as well, because a lot of the things on the iPad or devices are pretty similar between different apps. So just like with emails, so just taking a second to think emails, if you want to select multiple emails, you have to kind of hit that edit, that select option. So, if you want to select multiple ones, we learned how to do it individually, and we also learned how to do it, all at once or multiple at once. So I just want you to keep that same ideology right now. So if you're in your Photos app, again, there are, again, different options. So you have to take a look at all the different options that are on the screen, okay? So if I look around, I see these are all my recent photos that I have here. And I'm looking, I can tap on one. This is the one that someone shared today in the chat. So yes, I can, of course, tap on it, hit the trash icon right here and delete it. But again, if I look around, Oh yeah, I see that at the top right here, there are some options, that you can click on. So again, it's really important to look at the whole screen. I see select. Okay, if I'm in the Photos app, that means I'm selecting photos. So once I hit select, bam, now I hit select. Now you can select multiple photos. And then you see that again, looking at the whole screen, seeing what's available at the bottom right, you see the trash icon. So again, if I want to just delete these 7 or go up and delete some more, you can delete, as many as you'd like at once. You can then hit the trash icon and delete the photos. So again, I recommend, if you have it, try to think of it in that manner. Hey, if you need to do photo, go to the Photos app. If you need to select or edit, try to find some of those similar terms, and then you can kind of play around with it. So I hope I hope I answered your question, and I hope that was helpful, Miss Savant.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. No, you got this. I try it out as soon as, or you could try it out even right now. Okay, hit your home button, Yvonne, and see if you can delete some photos, and let us know in the chat, or at when we're chatting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't see anything in the upper right that told me to edit or gave me the option
To
of.
select. I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that up at the
Me
upper
neither.
right.
I was
Select.
looking for
It
that.
doesn't always come up, Alex.
Mhm. Yeah, so again, I'm just doing it based off the latest version. So again, I hope you have your iPad updated, but that's what I see here in my library. If I go to even like recents or some of the other options, like if I go up here in this is the library, or even if I get out of the library, this is what I see in my Photos app. So even if it may not be in that exact place, I want you to look around and see what's there, okay? Because it can vary very differently based on your device. I know you have a 7th gen iPad, so Yvonne, so again, I may have not have thought about that when showing this, because it may be a little different.
Yeah.
On your device, but I want you to look around and try to find an
Okay.
option. If you
Yeah,
don't
I
see it,
don't recall seeing a drop down such as you just showed. I don't get a drop down like that.
yeah. So take a minute, go in your Photos app and try to and mess around with it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I believe in you, okay, Yvonne?
All righty.
All right. All right, and then we got Anne. Thank you so much for sharing. Let me go back to our slides.
Well, I just did that and I found out I could do that. So I see that it's something new that I had not seen before.
I thank you so
That was
much
I
for
was
that.
doing it manually.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask about when you're you mentioned junk mail last time, and I went back and found all of Wild Tech's messages to me for the last week or two in junk mail. I also found some alarming stuff that I had to call the police about, but I'll tell you about it personally, Alice.
Well,
But
yeah, in the junk folder, there may be kind of a lot of spam in there. So yeah, that's definitely something. And we're gonna go over module 3 in next Wednesday. So I definitely recommend you check that out. I really want to know, I really appreciate your question and thank you for that. And then I'll be sure to address it when we have our module next week. But did you have any thoughts on these advanced trainings or ones that you like or one that
yeah,
you
I liked the Black History. I thought you did, and at Thanksgiving, I liked all. In fact, I like all of them.
Mhm.
But I really liked the Black History because I appreciated that and the female developers that you presented to us, because a lot of things are always not out there, and you have brought things out that a lot of people are not bringing out. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that, and I really appreciate that. Okay. And yes, no, I really appreciate all of your comments and all of your questions. I know you guys have a lot of questions, so please, 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 when we have our modules, when we have our sessions, we are encouraging you to ask all the questions. There are no silly questions. There are no, below anyone else questions because they help out a lot. Again, it helps myself out, so I can, know more information to be able to share. I also really appreciate, again, those comments too, so that way we can always improve with, our instructions and everything of that nature. So, yes, I'm here. Yvonne, I got you okay for, that what you asked, and I'm seeing the same thing that I'm seeing here on my iPad. So just again, let us know, or help us know, or send me a chat if you are still not finding that option in the photos, okay? But again, you got to make sure that your iPad's updated, and then we'll be able to assist you, okay? Okay, we got time for one more comment. Mr. Thomas, I see you unmuted yourself. Which one of these did you like, or which one did you want to review on YouTube?
I like the wellness, emotional wellness. Emotional wellness app.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I like the most.
Okay. Did you attend that session, or did you want to, or did you?
I would like to see more of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I love that. Yes, it's again, we're really having a lot of focus on like health and nutrition. So thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. Thomas. Let me put that in my notes right here, and I'll be sure to do another advanced training on that for you and for the group. Okay.
And I sent you a chat this morning concerning co-hosting.
Oh, this morning. You sent me email or
a chat.
Oh, we didn't have any sessions this morning, Mr. Thomas.
No, on the when you just this.
Okay,
this
let me.
1:30.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna make sure I take a look at it if I see it.
Right.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know which device, Mr. Thomas. So, I just
My Apple device.
Yes. No. Me. I was saying it for me, Mr. Thomas. I got you. I see your message. Thank you so much. I'll let you know more details. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so check out that emotional wellness session on our channel. This was in January. Yes, I'm thinking it was in January when this was. So about 10-20 videos back, okay? So yes, thank you for that suggestion, Mr. Thomas. I will do that coming up alongside with another suggestion that someone shared. So thank you so much. And thank you all for commenting on our advanced trainings. I hope to see you there again every other Wednesday at 10 a.m. We got 2 more sections-ish for our WildTech 6-month review, and is one of our biggest ones, our provider sessions. So again, please unmute yourself. I think we'll do that for this one and share any thoughts on comments, maybe your favorite provider, favorite session. We've had so many on different organizations here in DC. So you can use your device to, of course, learn how to utilize it, but also using it to gain access to resources and info that helps you out in your daily life. I love devices for that. Again, I can look up a resource on my phone, no matter where I'm at, or my iPad, and really utilize that. And that's because of technology. And when you get to see these folks, when you see their face and hear their voice and they answer you in real time in real life, it's a great experience. So of course, make sure you check out our provider sessions. We've had cyber seniors. They've talked about tech resources, submission email passwords. We've had Channel In, our resident gardenist, give us a garden tour, talk about some plants. We had the Prevention of Blindness Society talk about some reading resources and their intro to them. We've had legal counsel. I know a lot of you guys enjoy a Robin. We've talked about LEAP, ERAP program scams, Social Security benefits, and we've had many one-off sessions too that have become, some of them, into monthly or regular sessions. So Infinite Legacy, you talk about organ donation, Department of Energy Environment, Solar for All, elder scams from Inspector General, the Parkinson Foundation. Tori Goldhammer, she talks about fall risk management, other things. Capital Area Food Bank, we had on do a live demonstration for us. That was so fun. Jordan, the DC Public Library website, People in Story, played one of our games, Black Card Revoked. And of course, when you don't have a session, I always love to create a session for you guys. I hope you enjoy those. We've talked about Indigenous people, fruits and veggies, National Book Month, Halloween history, holiday apps. We had a Wild Tech Christmas Eve party. We took a trip to the Coliseum, healthy eating. We remember Jimmy Carter again. So we're very timely with our sessions, as stated before, which I love. Again, more recently, cyber seniors have done tech term definitions, audiobook apps. Channel N has done a propagating plants session, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and you all did as well. Loved it. We talked about veterans benefits and transportation with the legal counsel. Iona, one of our newest guests, talked about their programs and services. Tori talked about fall risk management. And of course, we had our own sessions too, which, they've been so fun. We did a fundamentals of your iPad session, a Jeopardy challenge, a Black Excellence Jeopardy celebration, a heart session, a Black History Everyday session, because it's not just February, but beyond. We did a Women's Contributions Through Time session because it's Women's History Month. And just this past Tuesday, we did all about spring. So we did a spring Jeopardy, and we learned about some spring things going on here in DC. So yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30, you guys can come on and hear from a provider, or just have fun amongst ourselves as well with the various topics. So if you'd like to share any thoughts on these, any providers, again, your favorite provider, your favorite session, what do you like about the providers coming on, anything of that nature. So okay, we'll go with some hands first. So first up is Denise. Thank you so much. Which have been your favorites, or what do
Hey,
you
oh,
share?
I like the cooking mostly. So I was gonna ask you, can you get somebody on live that cooks for us, like once a month, every live cooking, not on the tape,
Oh
where
yeah,
we can have hands on, and ask questions to
Mhm.
her, and something like Miss Mundy, she was a nutritionist lady that, we had fun with, but she didn't cook, but you know what I'm saying. And then see if you can find like somebody dancing for seniors, somebody come on and teach us, how to dance steps or do something fun like that. Those who can move. I mean, if you're in the bed, you can move your arms, or you can move your mouth. I mean, anything. Just fun like that. That's what I like a lot of fun apps. Something to keep us moving and exciting.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Denise. No, let me say this. We are a
Mm-hmm.
few steps ahead of you, so stay
Oh,
tuned.
okay.
And well, we did have Capital Area Food Bank. That was a fun live demo. Yeah, they're so fun. So stay
Yeah,
tuned.
you did.
We
Yeah,
got you.
that was
I
good.
appreciate the suggestion.
Okay,
I know
okay.
you guys like those. So
Yeah.
yes, truly, we got you. I look forward to all of the
Okay.
this
Because, you
week.
know, with the
So keep on coming on, okay?
dancing part come in, that's also so
Mm-hmm. Yes, no,
okay.
yes, everything that you shared, we got you, okay? It put a smile on my face.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm,
Thanks. Enjoy your day.
my pleasure. All right, thank you so much for the hands, you guys. I know you love our providers, so thank you. Hey, Brenda, how's it going?
It's going good, going great. Now, what I really enjoy is listening to Robin with legal counsel for the elderly because she gives a lot of good information. And my question is, when will she be coming back on? So maybe she can give us some more information regarding what's going on with Social Security. You know, I know a lot of folks on here receive benefits, so I'm sure they would be definitely interested in finding out what's going on with that. And also, I enjoy Tori because she gives us info. I really enjoyed that last session because she
Mhm.
was showing us how when you fall, how you maneuver your leg. And the other day, I almost fell, and I almost panicked, but I didn't. What
Yes.
happened was I kind of kicked the chair and I kind of went down a little bit, but then I grabbed the chair. It wasn't pretty, so but I really enjoyed those sessions that that come on. So do you know when Robin or when legal counsel will be coming back? Because I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of questions we want to ask her.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing that, Brenda. I love Tori and Robin.
Yeah.
You know, but all three, well, two of those, they come on monthly. We've had legal counsel
Oh,
on monthly almost
monthly.
a
Okay.
year now, right? It's
Okay.
almost a year since Robin has come on, which is crazy to think about, right? Because it felt like not she just started, but she comes with us every single month, and all of the sessions that she does is very informative, as you said, and
Okay.
one thing that she does really well is she recognizes if stuff gets or things get updated from before. So last session, she was like, "Hey,
Yes.
let me make sure to mention this to you guys since this happened, since we talked about this." So yes, that's actually one of the during our transportation session. That's actually one thing that she said she was going to mention if there are any updates. Again, I don't remember
Right.
specifics, but I remember that's something that she will mention again with us. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost April, so she'll be with us, and yeah, it's soon. So
Good. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. I
yeah,
think the last update she was telling us about some Social Security payments that were forthcoming, and I
yeah.
think a lot of them have already received them. So seems like she got her hair. How do you say what's that expression? It nose to the ground where she knows what's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Brenda.
I want to know more about that. I mean, even though I don't get Social Security, a lot of folks do, and
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they would be interested. Yeah,
Certainly. That's why we have our YouTube channel to share. That's why you have the info. You guys, some of you are really in the community and have, lots of, folks around you and people and folks that you love. And yeah, I love that. So I appreciate
yeah.
you sharing that, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, you guys, we're having time flies and we're having fun. So just, keeping the time in mind. We got one more after this, and then I want us to do our social hour. So I see we got 3 hands. I love it. Thank you so much. Hi, Ms. Doris. What do you like about the providers? Who's your favorite? What do you enjoy about them? Anything like that? Hope you're well.
I really like that when Jordan do those chair exercises. I really enjoy that because it helps you get physically in shape, when you're doing exercises. And I also love Tori about the fall situation. I learned a lot from that last session. And the other thing I like a lot is when we do the meditation stuff.
Yes, make sure you're not covering the sides of your iPad, Ms. Doris. It's hard to hear you.
Oh, okay. So did you hear what I was saying?
Yes, no, I heard you. I'm just letting you know. So just make sure those sides. But no, I love yes, Jordan, he has his various breaks with us that he does during the session. I love that. And then yeah, Tori is that information is so key and can apply to not just seniors, but really anybody. So we can make sure we protect ourselves so we could be the best version of ourselves, right?
Yes, because I have had many falls, but from the stuff that she's been teaching us, it's learned me a lot. How to prevent from falling.
Oh yeah, and you got to move it, otherwise you'll lose it, and that fear of falling makes it, even more likely you will fall. So, that having that information, having that preparation is so key, and I hope it gives you confidence to keep moving and to keep going, so that way again you could be the best version of yourself. So, keep coming on to that one, but also all of our other sessions as well. Okay,
All right. Thank you.
my pleasure, Miss Doris. Thank you so much. Okay, for sharing. Yes. Okay, yes. I appreciate it, Mr. Angelo. Once again, any favorites, any ones that you would like to see on YouTube, if you haven't attended those, or one that you did that you really liked, what would you
Yeah,
like?
I really enjoyed the same one that Brenda was talking about, the young lady that came on and was talking about Social Security and all of that. Yeah, I in fact, I tried to get in touch with her, but it was kind of difficult when I called the main number. So when she's here, it's like a one-on-one. We can ask the questions directly rather than go through a litany of different organizations or different whatever. I just like it when we talk to her here, And also, you said something about Iona is the latest
Yeah, we just had
affiliate. Okay.
Yeah, we just had Iona on last week. So they're very well known and
right
throughout DC. So yes, we just had them on. So if you didn't get a chance to check that one out, it's on our YouTube channel. So please check it out. I learned a lot about Iona's services, most of them free, not just confined to 2, 3, and 4 for most of them, but you can also they have a helpline number where you can just call and they can refer you to again your ward or any other program. So they do a really great job of that. So make sure you check that video out on our channel.
Really, I'd like to do that. I attend one of the wellness centers, and they have, I say they do the food program there.
Yes.
They say they do them at all the wellness centers in the district. So yeah, they just took it over. So that's interesting to know. Yeah, okay, I'll check it out, Alec. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Mr. Angelo. I'm happy to hear that you're excited to learn. So I appreciate that so much.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we got two more. We got two more for this one. Okay. I see you. I see you, Miss Burnett. So I got you. Okay. All right. And just keeping time in mind, everyone. Any favorites? What'd you like the most for these providers?
I just wanted to let you know that Robin thought that we were very intelligent seniors. And she enjoys, and she said, call her anytime that you would like to talk. She will try to return your call. She is busy, and if she think you being ignored, do it again. Okay.
Yes, no, thank you so much. All of our providers say that they're so shocked by you guys in a good way because you guys know how to raise your hands and use the chat and share how you feel and ask great questions. So just keep doing that and they'll keep coming on, okay? Thank you so much, Anne. I really appreciate sharing that. Robin is such a good communicator. She's always been very timely and very professional with us. So it's again a blessing. So I appreciate her so much. All right, Ms. Burnett, thank you so much for joining us. Any thoughts and comments on the providers? What favorites?
Good afternoon, everyone. I don't get to come on so often, but I really do appreciate the legal counsel for the elders. They really give us a wealth of information. But what I want to also suggest is there's another organization called Rebuilding Together. And they also give legal representations, and they offer lots of other services too. So I don't know how you go about getting your providers, but that might be one that we could all benefit from.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Miss Burnett. I'm so happy we're having this session today. I will say this again. I'm a few steps ahead of you, so just stay tuned. Keep checking
Okay.
emails, and we got a lot of great folks coming on, so make sure you keep checking out our emails, okay? So
Okay, thanks.
yeah, so thank you so much for coming on. I hope you get to check out our other videos when you may not have a chance to come on. And that's okay, you
Oh,
guys.
I do, but I just don't get to be here at 1:30 most days.
Yes, but anytime you come on, it's very much appreciated, as for all, okay?
Okay, thanks.
My pleasure, Miss Burnett. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, we got one more, you guys. So let's go through with this last part of our review today, and then we'll go on to our social section. Okay, I want to make sure we have that together. So this is kind of like our social hours. We have 2 listed here: our Good Morning Wild Tech session, which happens on the other Wednesdays at 10 a.m. when we don't have a advanced training. So this week it was a talk show. Next week it will be advanced training, so on and so forth. Okay. So yes, in the beginning we've had seniors talk about Indigenous people: Ethel Kennedy, Mahalia Jackson, Louis Armstrong. Zion and our volunteer Bijan did a session with us. I've done some social and game hours with you all, so I hope you guys have enjoyed that. We had a music and history. We also do a lunch club. Again, every Wednesday at 12, we take a trip to locally or abroad. We've done islands, so Maldives, Taiwan, Madagascar, Sri Lanka, Bahamas. We did Culture Month, so we learned about the Maasai tribe, Tibetan, Berbers, Navajo, Machu Picchu culture. We did Wonders of the World, so we took a trip to the Giza Pyramids, the Great Wall of China, the Burj Khalifa, Timbuktu, Petra in Jordan. Learned a lot. I love that session. Last month we did national parks and sites. So we visited Yellowstone, Smoky Mountains, right here locally here in the DMV area. And this month we just completed our last celebrations session. So we took a trip from DC to Japan for cherry blossoms. We learned about Nyepi and Indonesia. We learned about women's history across America. So here in DC and locally across the US. And yes, just yesterday, we learned about Holi in India and other parts of the world as well. Okay, so any thoughts, any comments on the talk shows or our lunch clubs, maybe your favorites? Again, any of those that you would like to view on our YouTube channel, please raise your hand in Zoom. We'd love to hear from you. Besides these 2, though, okay, raise your hand if you want to comment on these 2. Besides these 2, we do have a Monday 1:30 p.m. session which Zion hosts various topics, and we also do a movie of the month. So if you have any movie suggestions for April, please direct message them to me or send me an email with those suggestions. It is Earth Month, okay? So I know last year we did a documentary, so maybe something like that, something different, okay? So yes, make sure you send me those suggestions, okay? Any comments on the talk shows or the lunch clubs? If you're interested in hosting a talk show, you can let me know. Yeah, that's ideally that would be your time and your guys to, of course, shine, have fun, just talk about anything, and really learn a lot, okay? So just taking a look at the chat while I see the hands, okay? Since I haven't checked in a while. Okay, I'll check that out, Miss Doris. Thank you so much. For the iPad update, make sure you go on our YouTube channel and review the updating your iPad OS or Apple device, updating or upgrading. Make sure you check that video out, okay? Yes. Oh, thank you for the Module 3 comments. Yes. Thank you all so much. Okay, any comments on our talk shows and or lunch clubs? We got Miss Wilder first. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone, and good afternoon. I think the lunch club is fantastic. I certainly do enjoy touring the different countries and places. That is very, very interesting and exciting. and then the little trivia that you have after it, okay? Praise the Lord. But I noticed that you did not mention the Valentine program. I thought that was...
Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, I was thought it was been at that time, each seniors were allowed to write stuff and send in your writing, and then we voted on it. I thought that was really, really good. But I noticed you didn't say that. Just mention that in the review.
Oh.
Those two things I thought
Thank you. Thank you
very good. Okay, thank you for letting me share.
Yes, no, that was so fun and exciting and yes, thank you so much for mentioning that. We're gonna have some more events like that in the future, so make sure you check that out, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. We get a lot of participation. And then we have Mr. Ronald, okay? Any thoughts, comments on the lunch clubs, the talk shows? What would you like to share? And hope you're well.
One of the latest talk shows that we did was with Lou on the cherry blossoms and the history and how they came from Japan. And it kept sticking in my head about the name Sakura, which is the Japanese name for the cherry blossoms. Mm-hmm. But it kept sticking in my head because I'm somewhat of a history buff, and the Japanese fighter pilots were called kamikazes. And when they ran out of ammunition and they didn't know any other way to try to sink some of our battleships, they said they had a toast of sake wine with each of the pilots, and then they would drive their plane straight into one of the boats. But when I kept thinking about sake, the sake wine drink that they would drink before they left to do those kamikaze missions, which kamikaze mean you're not coming back. Let me say it right. I was amazed to find out that the sake wine was made from cherry blossoms.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you just described, Mr. Ronald, is, what you already know. And when we travel to different places, because, the US, DC is full of many different folks and persons and, people from all around the world. So I'm glad that you made that connection, or it just makes you think and makes you want to research more. And, there's so much more world out there, so we should never put ourselves in a box because there's just so much out there. So just by you sharing that connections and just thinking of what you already know, I really appreciate that, Mr. Ronald.
I'm not gonna make any sake out of cherry blossoms though.
Yes, but continue to come on, and I'm glad you enjoy our lunch clubs. Okay.
Okay. Well, one of these mornings, I've been asked to do a sports segment, so I guess we'll get together on that one of these mornings.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll be in contact. So I thank you so much, Mr. Ronald, for sharing today.
Okay, thank you, Alex.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. So before we go into our social hour, I want to really appreciate you all for, again, sticking with us these past 6 months. Again, not everything in life is going to be easy. So I really enjoy, again, working with our different providers to be able to have their information be showcased to you all so you can take advantage and, help you out in your daily life and our social hours and our technical training so you can use your devices that you have. And I hope this community has brought you a lot of solace and hard times, but a lot of joy and good times. So thank you so much for joining. And again, another reason why we did this session today is because since May 2022, we have reached more than 50,000 attendances between our modules, providers, and advanced trainings. So again, congratulations to you guys. This is the amazing achievement. Let's give yourselves some hands. So let's all say thank you, and let's continue to join, continue to have fun, and continue to learn together. So let's say thank you and great job to each other for coming on our different sessions.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
job,
Good
everyone.
job. I've
Thank
enjoyed.
you.
I've enjoyed it.
Thank
Good
you, everybody.
job, everybody. Good job.
And
Good
fun.
job. Good job.
50,000.
And fun.
Amazing,
Wow.
I'm sick of all of y'all.
Hey, we miss you at 12 o'clock, Ron.
I've had fun and I've learned.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
KKA. I'm sick of all of y'all.
All right. So thank you all so much for again sharing and for coming on and for participating. This program would not be here without you guys. So yes. So within our last sections for today's session, we are going to do our social section together. So let's see what you guys have to share. And again, this is amongst yourselves. So again, just making sure you keep the TVs and cell phones in mind and just, making sure we all have the chance to share. But yes, this is our spring social section today. So we are going to have a few minutes for each section and then we'll be done for today. And I hope you guys have enjoyed everything so far and learning from each other as well. Okay. So our first one here is spring traditions. All right. So do you have any family or self traditions for springtime? What's a spring event or festival you never miss? Do you have a favorite memory of celebrating spring as a child? And or how do you personally mark the start of spring? So again, I'll be starting our timer. So again, for this amount of time, make sure you guys, share amongst each other. And I hope you guys learn a lot. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, you guys can unmute yourselves. But I love marking the start of spring. Well, it's always my birthday around the time of spring. So that's how I personally celebrate spring with my birthday. So I'll start us off with that. So anyone else would like to answer one or more of these questions with you all? Okay, so you can unmute and share.
Kudos, birthday too.
Well, you know what? Soon as the weather, warms up or this time of the year, I like to pull out the grill and then throw some burgers and dogs and whatever on the grill. So we do grilling. Yeah. Anybody else grill?
Summertime.
I like grilling and I like planting flowers. They said not to plant them right now, to wait till Mother's Day, but that's a couple of weeks away. So, but I've already started some stuff on the inside.
Wow.
And I took some green pepper seeds out of it and dried them and put them in some dirt, and they're starting to sprout. So I was experimenting there again. I did it last year and they had started, so I said I'd try it again. And I love the cherry blossoms, but I can't get to see them, so I have to look at them on TV. I can't do that kind of walking. And I guess the first thing I really like to do is my mother's birthday is the 24th of April, and I always like to start the flowers and stuff to bloom and so to honor her. So that's my thing.
Look, I am I on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, personally, this is what I do, but I don't do it every year because it's sometimes some years it's not convenient. But I did it this year because I bought it today. I like to get spring flowers. I love the spring flowers to put out. Now I know they're going to die soon. They won't last long, but I still like to put them down. I bought some today when I went to the doctor, and I stopped by Home Depot. But that's what I like to do, put down spring flowers.
That's nice.
When I was a kid,
You're muted, Ronald. You're muted.
That's Tom.
I'm not muted.
No. Oh yeah, no, that's Ronald talking in the mute.
It's Tom.
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom. I apologize.
When I was a kid, we used to every Easter get new clothing to celebrate the coming of spring. And that was like 80 years ago. And
Oh, wow.
To this day, every spring I go out and I make sure I buy something new that I can wear at Easter. And by the way, I got some bad news that I just saw on TV.
Okay.
What?
Food for the City, Bread for the City.
Yeah.
They're in trouble.
Oh, no.
They think they're going to lose federal funding.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord.
Have mercy. Ain't nothing sacred no more.
I swear.
Great Google mother. That's terrible.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that
They got rid of the education bill. People. They want to
was-
get rid of Medicare. They want to
ain't
get
been-
rid of. They want to get rid of all this, helping the needy get food. They want to end lunch programs in the schools.
They want to end education.
Well, I said that. That was the first thing they did. They went after education.
He want all of us to suffer. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, they want to just dismantle the government, but they're getting rid of 10,000 employees. I read it today. 10,000 employees over there at Robert F. Kennedy's section, the health department. Now that's a total of 20,000 because they already got rid of 10,000.
And
So
they
they're
not
getting
been-
rid of 10,000 people over there with Robert Kennedy, and I read that today.
They not
And
been
what?
trouble.
Yes,
Then you're going to
I
have to
you
pay
guys,
unemployment,
yeah,
and
sharing
then you're
that.
going to have to
Thank
have
you.
people go back on welfare. So you,
But
this,
there's not
he's
gonna
not
be
doing
any
anything. He's
welfare.
being stupid.
Ain't
But
gonna
he's
be no
getting rid of
welfare.
I'm saying
welfare.
he's affecting all the people that doesn't have money.
Y'all
And
know
he
what?
doesn't feel
Y'all-
anything.
Y'all know what? That's awfully depressing talking about them fools. But
Mhm.
I just wanted to say that when I was coming up, like I said, it was 7 children and mom and dad, my grandma and my great grandma. Every time the season would change, by that I mean when come to daylight saving time, the week after that Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was, we used to spread out, and it was time to clean up the whole house from one corner to the next corner to one floor to the next floor. That was time for spring cleaning, and I do mean spring cleaning. I don't mean just sweeping. I
That's
mean,
right.
you get out them scrub brushes, and you got in them corners, and you got all the way up to the ceiling, and that's just the way I remember when spring come. It was time to clean up.
Very
Thank
true. Very true.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
want to get off of that. This stuff them fools is doing, crushing the whole country. But God is in control. He ain't gonna let him
Yes,
go
he
so
is.
far. But he's going far enough. So he's about to run into a brick wall or a mountain real soon. But we gonna hold on anyway, gang. We gonna hold on.
Amen, brother.
Yes,
Amen.
indeed.
Yeah. Keep the faith, brother.
We
Keep
just
the
got to keep praying. Let's keep praying.
Yes, thank you all so much for again coming on and for our first section of our social hour. I really appreciate it. And yep, I love those spring traditions and that cleaning up and that grilling. Okay. All right, let's just make sure we keep our TVs and our cell phones in mind. Okay, you guys? Thank you so much. Our next section is on spring cleaning and organization, as you said. So I got inspired because some of you all had shared some tips and tricks. So I thought this would be, of course, satisfying and helpful for others as well. So do you do spring cleaning every year? What's the most satisfying part? Organizing your space? Do you have any cleaning hacks that make the process just a little bit easier? And have you ever found something surprising while spring cleaning? So any
I
thoughts?
did.
guys have this time to share. I love to do spring cleaning. I think I'll do it with my friends and help her out, and I help her out. So that way we both get some spring cleaning done. So that's my answer for that. But again, please share amongst yourselves, and I'm gonna go ahead and set this timer. But thanks so much for sharing. Looking forward to hearing some tips.
I remember one time that I was cleaning the bathroom, and I mixed some Clorox and ammonia.
Oh God!
Mercy.
And almost killed
I
yourself.
think we all did that.
Oh, why?
If I hadn't run out the door, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm just here to say, whatever you do, don't mix the two.
Ain't that the
That's
damn
right.
truth?
Do
That's
not
right.
mix the two. It was by accident. I wanted it really clean. I wanted my bathroom really, really, really clean. Now, this is what I had decided that I wanted to do.
You made a
I
bomb.
went in there and mixed that Clorox and that ammonia,
Oh my
and
goodness.
it almost took me out of here.
Your
Yeah.
lungs still feeling that. My goodness.
So I learned a valuable lesson, and I just wanted to share that. A deadly lesson.
I think we all had that lesson.
Yeah, I think we've all got that one.
I remember going up into my grandma's attic one spring, and I found a petrified bat hanging,
What? Oh my.
hanging in the rafters.
Mm.
My job was to always go into the attic and clean it out.
Petrified rat.
No, bat, B-A-T.
Oh, bat. Oh my God. That's even
Hanging
worse.
bat.
I
Yeah.
would have
Even
ran
worse.
out of there.
They
Oh,
carry,
it was petrified. It was dead.
Been gone.
that's even worse. They carry rabies.
Yeah, I would have ran out of there quickly.
It was time ago. It was time ago, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Has
Well,
anybody?
I'm glad you found the time rather than some lady. She would
Yeah.
be on the spot.
One of my another one of my spring cleaning chores as a child was taking a toothbrush and cleaning all the grout in the between the tiles in the bathroom.
Thank you
Oh
very
my
much.
goodness.
We used to use a scrub brush.
No, toothbrush.
Yes, sir.
Toothbrush is a soft one is good for if you're cleaning silver too. Like your silverware and you got intricate little things on the handles.
Yeah,
works. Yeah, a soft toothbrush works on that real good too.
Has anybody ever heard of this? In order to clean your silverware, you put a piece of aluminum in the bottom of the bowl and put lemon.
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Yeah, both.
Yeah, baking soda.
To shine
lemon.
up, to shine up your silverware.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that too, cleaning jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You clean your jewelry that way as well. Mm-hmm. Yep. Any other tips?
I know how to make my own plant fertilizer.
Oh, okay.
You take your eggshells, your onion skins, your coffee grinds, and put them in a big bucket and just let it sit there for the whole winter. And in the spring you have very good fertilizer, non-chemical, organic. And let me tell you, you've seen my background, so you know what my peonies look like. Right now, I got daffodils and tulips coming out.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
My
I gotta see if my
daffodils.
tulips started bloom. My tulip tree bloomed, but the wind kind of blew them off.
My daffodils are in bloom. The tulips won't be in bloom for another 2 or 3 weeks, but they're already about 6 inches high.
So you're a gardener, huh, Tom?
I go, I wish you could see my garden.
Lord, I wish I could get on my knees.
Hey, listen.
Brenda, if I get down there, I can't get back up.
Me too.
Well, I sit on a chair, so I could dig a little bit in the garden with a chair, sitting on the chair, but I can't get on my knees no more.
No, my knees would be hollering, screaming. No.
Later this spring, I'll take my iPad out and I'll record the garden so you can see what I got.
And you know, vinegar is a good cleaning tool to use. Vinegar.
Vinegar and soda.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good to clean with too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But again, remember, never mix ammonia and Clorox.
Oh, hell
no.
Don't do that.
Never.
You're gonna
Unless you're
Never,
planning on committing suicide.
Ain't that the truth?
Kamikaze. Kamikaze.
I wanted it so clean that I just knew it was gonna be clean.
It was gonna clean
And you
too.
weren't gonna be around to see it either, right?
This was when I was
gonna
much
clean
younger. I was much younger and home alone.
Oh, okay.
You're a very lucky lady.
That's a lethal combination there.
It sure
No,
is.
we don't want that. We don't want that. That is a not good thing right there.
No, it is not.
Thank you so much for the spring cleaning tips, everyone, and for sharing. And again, you guys are able to unmute. So for our last section, again, please share, especially if you haven't shared yet today. Please, we'd love to hear your voice and your thoughts and your tips and tricks and all that good stuff. So again, please unmute yourself and share. I saw a couple of you raise your hands. You can just unmute and share, okay? Our last section for today, just some favorite spring things. So do you have a favorite spring flower? Have you ever tried to grow your own herbs or veggies? Some of us have.
No.
Our sessions. Do you prefer flush flowers or potted plants? What's your go-to spring meal or dish? Do you have a favorite seasonal fruit or veggie? And what's a favorite memory you have from past spring? So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, you guys are having fun. And let's start off with what's your go-to spring meal or dish? Well, I love a good salad, so maybe some seasonal veggies, and that's what I'll be eating, or try to eat some more because of the beautiful and delicious spring vegetables and fruits.
I love what's my favorite meal? Spring meal. I love a good lamb chop with some with some asparagus and maybe some mashed potatoes. That would be good together.
Go ahead, Gerald. Go ahead,
I
Gerald.
would love that. I would love to have that today.
Yeah, I love lamb too.
Yeah.
And I had some asparagus last Sunday.
Oh.
No, well, I don't like Bambi and I hate asparagus, so I wouldn't eat that. I'll take the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I eat the potatoes too, Brenda.
But Bambi is a deer.
I don't like it.
I can really fix lamb though. I can
lamb is good.
I can fix a good sauce to go on it to make it good. You
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of sauce you fix, Gerald?
Where you put you put, I use some soy sauce, and I have a recipe. I got it from somewhere, I maybe on the internet I got it, but I just looked into it. I had some company coming over and I had some lamb and I was trying to make a meal. And I just used this sauce and this lamb that I had and whatever else I had. And everybody really thought it was delicious. And then I did too. I thought it was good.
Okay.
But I had a recipe, huh? And I just looked into it.
Well, I'm going to send you that lamb that I got in my freezer. I got this lamb for food for all, and it's been in the freezer ever since. So I wasn't going to fix it.
Oh, You
I
don't
never
like lamb
fix.
chops?
I never fix lamb at all.
Oh,
No.
it's easy to fix as good as you cook.
I've tasted lamb chop my daughter-in-law got from somewhere, and it wasn't bad. You know, it was okay.
I like the shank.
The
And I like the leg of lamb.
And I like the
That's
little
what I want
chops.
for Easter is a leg of lamb.
Mm.
Yeah, season it. I put garlic, lemon pepper, and I stick garlic and rosemary down, make little holes and put garlic and rosemary down in a little hole and season it. It tastes very good. And if you cook it in a cooking bag, it's tender.
Okay.
I ain't never tasted that.
Brenda.
That's all right, baby. If you
But
don't
look,
like
I remember.
Oh,
Do y'all
my
remember
Lord,
the
I
Easter
love that
time
woman.
when you used to dress up with your little hat on? And
Yes, and your little purse.
Yes, I got a picture of me when I don't know how old I was. My mother dressed me up. We was living. Where was we at? We was living around 13th and O or somewhere around there. But and I think she took the picture. It was on 11th Street Northwest, around 11th and N or P or something like that. But I had my little Easter hat, my little Easter basket, and my little patent leather shoes.
Teresa, I gotta call
And the
you back in a
little
minute.
socks on.
Yeah, with the little frizzly stuff around.
Around the socks. Yeah,
right.
little lace around the sock.
Right. And you know what? And I don't see kids dressed up like that no more for Easter.
Trembling
I
in
see
your
they
dress.
get their Easter baskets, but that's it.
No, yeah, I remember that too, Brenda, when we were little. And when Jackie and I were little, we used to get a coat, a hat, and purse and shoes, little patent leather shoes, and we always got dresses with the lace and embroidery on it because that was what my grandmother used to do. It she'd make us a new dress every year, and for the Easter, for the summer, and we'd have tacking, what they call tacking. That's when they gather little pieces of the material and make like a embroidery sign on it. I just loved that, and I used to love being lacy and pretty. And,
yeah.
you know, everybody would get dressed up. All of us, you know.
But remember Easter, you used to have a little program at church, and everybody had a little piece to say. Remember, they called it a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You had a little piece to say in the program. Everybody had a little piece to say.
I remember. When we
You
were
remember? You remember?
I remember when we were younger, my sister used to do our hair.
Yeah.
On that Saturday night, she would have all of us lined up, and one by one, she would press and curl our hair.
With that Crisco oil?
No, that Vaseline, and sometimes it would be Crisco if she run out of Vaseline.
We always had to get Shirley Temple curls.
Yes.
Everybody had
hot curling on.
Yeah.
And they
She
used to
would burn
use
us
lard.
to tell the next
Rhonda,
sister.
Rhonda, don't forget to get your goddaughter her Easter basket.
I know that's right.
You see her looking at you.
All right, then.
I remember we used to press our hair with lard.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah, I heard.
It burns.
I had cousins that got
real
their hair
bad.
done the day before, and that next day they needed it done again. They sweated it out. I mean,
C.J. Walker, Madam C.J. Walker.
I remember when, like you were saying, when you're getting your hair done for Easter, my little girlfriend, her hair was nappies, I don't know why. And my mom used to do our hair, and she said, "Come on, Louise, time to get your hair done." She said, "Oh no, my mom said my hair don't take straightening." I was like, "That's not
To fry your hair.
I was like, "That not
Yeah, frying.
You should be glad somebody wants to straighten it." Yeah, she said, "No, my mom said my hair don't take straightening."
Oh, Lord
That's
help
why I
us.
was so nappy.
Yeah, they said had that male
They
carrying
put them
hair.
hot combs in there. You can hear
That male
fry.
carrying
It
hair.
fry your hair.
She had to get down in that kitchen. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Now
my,
the kids, you remember some of the kids came out and had burn marks on the forehead.
Yeah,
trying to eat.
I know.
I was just getting ready to say, my sister
Mm.
used to burn us and tell us not to tell the next sister.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ears and burn your neck,
Yes,
forehead.
yes.
yeah, my
Hey,
mom had
all I
6.
need for that table.
My
Mommy,
mom had 6 boys
sit
and 1
yourself up.
girl,
Wow.
Oh,
and she would. And she see a little girl with a nappy head. You could just see it. She started shaking and going into convulsions. She wanted to do that hair so bad.
Wow.
Come here, little girl. Let me do something to that head.
well, the little kids
Let me
nowadays,
fix
they
you
don't
up.
get all that done. They get
Let me
extensions
fix
in
you
their
up.
head.
And she meant that thing too.
They be getting extensions in their head. The
Yeah,
little
they
kids.
do. They
Yeah,
look
they
grown.
get
Mhm.
half. They buy half.
Yeah.
Yes, they
I
so
wish I had
grown
the
looking.
money that they spend on these teenagers with the hair down the
I
back.
swear.
For a
It's
minute.
pink and
And they
purple
don't
and
know they
green
had.
and everything.
And you can't tell them anything. They think it belonged to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
It does
know,
yeah.
right?
belong
They
to
be
They
them. They
don't know
bought
it's
swinging
it.
some
it
of the
back and
Oh
forth.
my
And
goodness.
They
Oh
bought
my
it.
God.
But they
There's some
Y'all
of
said
are
the
hilarious. I
beautifulest
love
people in the
last week
world.
that
And
you
they
guys
called
talk about
skates.
your favorite spring things today.
yeah.
Thank you
You
all
want
so
to get
much.
your hair straightened, Alex?
No,
His
it's
hands already
look
Naturally
what I
straight.
straight
got.
hair.
What I got.
Yeah,
You
about
would do mine. I ain't had my hair
all
cut
A
yet.
right.
month
I
ago, I had
do
so
mine.
it grows really fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes,
boy.
my
Oh
hair,
His
my hair
hair
has grown
goes
back.
fast.
My design right here, and it's been a week, and it's already gone. So my hair grows
yeah.
really fast.
That
Wow,
look
was
nice.
good.
That
Man.
haircut.
Wow, it was
That
good
look really
seeing all of
nice.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
So good
Good
Yeah.
seeing.
seeing you
Yeah.
too, honey.
thank
So
you.
good
Love all
seeing
of
all
y'all.
In
Have a
junior high,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Yeah, y'all
Let's
have
all
a
say
good
thank you
weekend.
and congrats to all of us for 50,000 attendances and for
Yeah.
us being together, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
all have
Hanging in there.
fun, and we cry and we smile and we enjoy
We laugh.
all of that together. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, this we got to stick together, okay, you guys?
That's
Yeah,
right.
we
Okay.
together.
Alex, I want to
So,
ask you a
In the
real
camera
quick
yes,
together.
let's
question.
all say
I
thank
want.
you to each other. Have a great
Thank
Thank
night.
you,
you, each
Stay on
everybody.
other.
Thank you,
course.
Thank you,
everyone.
Jonathan.
Thank
See
you.
y'all,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
Y'all
you.
take
Y'all have a
Thank
nice
you.
everybody. Have
Weekend.
a